You can take this little bridge right here and go over here and then go down that street there, and that will take you to downtown. But we don't do that usually that often. So I'm just going to keep walking a little bit. Here's the canal, which is really cool, but also, as you can tell, a little trashy. This is the way to downtown. There's two ways to go downtown. This is one of them. They're both about the same distance and time. One is not more interesting than the other. The advantage of this is that it also goes down to the bay. You can see the water down there. So we're going into that street, and I will resume the video then. Okay, we're at the end of the street, and we are looking right, crossing the street here, trying not to get hit by this car that's coming. And Karen's gonna go on, I'll join her in a second. So this is where we came from, the canal street up there. Going up this street up here, there's some other things. We'll walk back that way and I'll show you some things. We were here last night, Monroe's Tavern. They always have music. They also have some food, but it's really good for the music. And people are very, very friendly there. Going down this way, let me go this way first. So there's where we came from again. And going up this street, that's the way you kind of get into town. You can also get into town going down here and going to the left. So going down here, this is the convenience store in case you need convenience store type items. And Karen's going to this gourmet tart company to get coffee, as she does most every morning. But we're walking down towards the bay here. And as you can see, going straight means you get towards the water. And there's a man carrying a giant stuffed dog in the distance, or a woman, I guess. Anyway, that's the bay over there. It's great to walk down there. People like to hang out on the banks of the river and the canal here. Lots of the good walking down here, leisurely walking when it's nice. Going this way across the bridge, that takes you into town. So here is the gourmet tart shop where Karen is, and also right beside it is a wine store in case you want to get some wine or some beer or anything like that. If you keep going down this street, about, I don't know, quarter of a mile or so, on the left there's a grocery store called Super Value. It's probably the closest real grocery store to us. There's another one downtown in the mall, which we can show you later. So I'll show you what they have in the gourmet tart shop. Karen just got her coffee. So this place has yogurts and quiches, little pies, things to eat like salads, some beautiful pastries, good coffee, macaron, bread, etc. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, now we're going back home, but we're going back home a different way. Instead of going up by the canal, which is up there, we're going to go on the other street. So this is Monroe's. We're walking by here. I'll show you a couple other things so you'll know. There's a pub here called Royston Dube. Has very good music. It has a comedy one night, but there's good stuff to be had there, and it's very close. Let's see, Oscars, really good seafood restaurant. All the faculty like to go there. A little more expensive, but you got your per diem for that. There's another place beside it called John Keogh's. We've not been to yet, but I hear good things about that. This restaurant over here, Deli La Tasca, it's like a Spanish tapas place. Some inexpensive food that's really good. You got this street here, you see from the sign, Kai's and Ernie's, Massimo and Blue Note. There's Ernie's is a grocery store that's got fresh fruits and vegetables. Kai's probably the most expensive restaurant in this area, but one of the best. So a lot of people like to go down there, and that's also where the Crane place is, which everyone will tell you is the best place to see music in this area, which is called the West End, or it's just the west part of town. So basically we're just walking up the street. There's Karen again. Here's a pharmacy in case you need one right nearby, O'Byrne's Pharmacy. There's more in town. We'll just walk up here a little bit further. I'm going to show you kind of where we are, and that we're not that far from where you are living. This is another little side street. You can go down there. It goes down to the West End towards Cranes and Ernie's and some other places. There's also a pub down there called Universal. There's a bartender in there named Connor. Really, really nice guy. We're going to tell Connor you're coming. So if you ever want to come in there, even just for some water and have some good crack, you can talk to Connor. And if you don't know what good crack is, that is just having good conversation here in Ireland. So, as you can see, I'm going to get back in the street here. Up there, with the balcony, the white building with the balcony up there, that is your place. That's where you're staying. That's number 18. And right across the street from there is a really good seafood restaurant called Hooked. So you should definitely go to Hooked. You can see it right down there. They have really good fish chowder, inexpensive, really good. The nice thing about the chowders here is it's all fish, no potatoes. Nothing against potatoes, but it's just all really good. So we just took a little side jaunt up here, and we're back to the place we originally came down on the canal. So that's your quick tour of the West End and how to get to and fro some places. Okay, now we're going to these stores down at the canal. Press that button there. Open the door. Look to the left to make sure no bikers are coming down. Case in point. And then you walk down the canal this way and just keep walking for 2-3 minutes, and I will show you what's down here. Walking with me is my faithful companion, Karen Fincannon.